Hi, THMs. Welcome back to I'm a Recruiter podcast dedicated to empowering talent acquisition professionals like you. I'm your host, Prafula Deori, head of talent acquisition within MNC. I'm a Recruiter is a global community exclusively for TA professionals. Our vision is to build the premier global community for talent acquisition professionals, and our mission is to empower 100K TA professionals to evolve from traditional recruiters to a trusted talent advisor. And if you, I'm sure you will be going to enjoy this podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, show your support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Ready to join our thriving community? Fill out the form in the comment section. Let's redefine the TA landscape together. So, today we have a very interesting guest in our podcast. Let me quickly introduce her. Frena has 6 years of experience in recruitment, currently contributing with Civica. She expertly identifies and attracts top talent. Frena holds an MBA in HR and is a LinkedIn certified technical recruiter. Her accolades include being named a top global talent acquisition recruiting voice career coach on LinkedIn, as well as receiving honors from Quest Alliance of her impactful webinars and seminars on career opportunity. Frena believes that the way to attract top talent is to become the top talent, reflecting her commitment to excellence. So, welcome, Frena. Really excited for this podcast. So, why don't you quickly introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, Prafula. Thank you for this amazing introduction. So, hello everyone. I'm Frena Mehta. I'm working currently as a talent acquisition partner. I'm so excited for this podcast. I have been in connection with Prafula from couple of weeks, and I have seen some interesting posts which is on LinkedIn for I am recruiter. I'm really happy to be a part of this committee. As I'm born and brought up in Gujarat. I'm from engineering background, and after a certain period of time, the life has taken an unexpected turn, and it shifted to recruitment. So I'm so happy for that incredible turn as well. But you can say I'm an engineer who become the recruiter now.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
currently working with Civica. Civica is an UK-based IT MNC. It's a product-based organization.
Welcome, Frena, and great introduction. So, just wanted to understand a little bit more. So, your name, Frena, what is the meaning of your name? Because it's very unique name, though. Just
Yeah,
curious.
many people come to me and ask such questions. So it's not new for me. Frena means angel. It's an you can say Christian name. One of the
Okay,
goddess in Christian community. So that means
great.
angel.
Thank you, and don't mind for asking.
Was
Great.
not.
So, about like your location, you mentioned that you were born and brought up in Gujarat. So, which part of
Yeah.
Gujarat? And definitely, we all have heard about Gujarat, about like lots of industrialists, even our
Hmm.
PM, lots of uh, good politicians are also from there. So,
Yeah.
heard lots of things about Gujarat. So, which part of Gujarat you are, and what's popular in your town or city where you live?
I'm currently in Vadodara, which is nearby Ahmedabad. Most of the people know Ahmedabad. The famous for Vadodara is one of the amazing palace, which is Lakshmi Vilas Palace. Gayakwad's family are staying there.
Okay,
Apart from that, nearby Vadodara, you will find so many drug industries, chemical industries as well. Very less IT industries compared to Pune and Bangalore. But my main purpose staying here, coming back to Vadodara after seeing a lot of cities, because my graduation was in Gujarat only, but different places as well. So it's amazing. Like I wanted to stay in Gujarat. I am born and brought up, as I said, in Gujarat. Wanted to don't want to miss that touch that I'm having.
okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to see the love for Gujarat in your eyes. Great. So, you mentioned about your background, education background as well. Like, so, till 10, 12, how were you as a student? And like after that, what in degree or graduation what you did. You mentioned about engineering. So after
Hmm.
engineering, what happened? Did you directly started your career, or did you also did some kind of courses, then move to HR?
Yeah. So the starting point was like I have done diploma first, and then I have done degree, which is BTech in Electronics and Communication. After graduated with BTech degree, I was filled with the dreams of landing into a technical job, engineering field specifically. However, many of us know that life isn't, always go as we plan, as we have
That's true.
planned, right? After graduation, I got married and I shifted to Berlin with my husband. He was working there.
Okay.
I didn't get chance to work anywhere. Then we decided to came back to India. We shifted to Pune. My husband got some opportunity over there, and I was just sitting inside the room, and I was just thinking, "Ki, what is this? What I'm doing right now? I'm not working. I wanted to start working. I cannot sit like this." So I started applying everywhere, everywhere. I mean, just like a, वो बोलते हैं ना पागल बंदे की तरह. After a lot of efforts, I found that it is so challenging for me to find a
To find job.
technical job. I don't had any experience and rejections, waiting periods, and I feel so disheartened at that time.
How long you stayed there in Berlin?
I was there for almost 2 years. When I was applying, one of the friend, I had a discussion with one of the friend, like I'm not getting the job. I wanted to work somewhere. I'm an engineer. So he suggested, ki, why don't you try your hand for recruitment? I was like, I had trained to be an engineer, not recruiter. Why should I go for different field? This is not my background, right? But still, I had very few options over there. I wanted to work somewhere. I got the opportunity. I tried, and I got the opportunity in one of the consulting firm. I went there, given the interview, and I got selected. So this is how the journey begins, like transition from an engineering to the recruitment.
Great, great. I would say it's very similar to mine as well. So even I have done my engineering in IT from Dehradun.
In the starting phase, this transition was very tough when you don't have that mindset. But it is all about you, like how you take it in positive way
Yes,
or in negative
yes.
way. So for me, I need to work. That was clear in my mind, and how I utilize the I'm coming from technical background, so I can definitely be a very good technical recruiter because I'm aware about all the technical terms. So I can definitely source the candidate in a way.
टोटली एग्री, क्योंकि मेरे साथ भी वैसे ही हुआ था। तब बीटेक के बाद मुझे लगा कि यार अब क्या किया जाए, तो आई ठीक है। तब सेल जॉब में मुझे लगा कि यार ये भी मेरी बस की बात नहीं है। तो सेम लाइक यू, आई स्टार्टेड अप्लाइंग फॉर जॉब। जॉब मिलना
Hmm.
वाज डेफिनेटली डिफिकल्ट। So again, like I tried in consulting. I started working in consulting, and that's what
Hmm.
everything was awesome after that. Right, life had changed,
Wow.
and I really loved recruiting after that. And so, consulting में कितना साल काम किया आप? Like, how was your journey? Complete
Yeah.
recruitment तो वहाँ पे सीखा होगा. What was the challenging moment?
There are many. So let me share a few things. Like I mean, I had to learn that ropes of sourcing the candidate, understanding the client requirement, and conducting the interviews. And the learning curve was steep, you can say. And there were some days where I have questioned my decision. Am I doing right this time? And
होता
after
ही
so
है
many
कभी-कभी.
challenges, yeah, and after so many challenges, I started connecting these parallel lines between engineering and recruitment because if you're going for any of the profession, Prafula, you require the problem solving skill. That is
Yes,
for one.
yes,
Another one is attention, your focus, your ability to connect the dots. And
yeah,
this is how it started. Like it was amazing. So at that time, what I asked myself, ki, how I feel, like let me tell you one example. One person asked me one question at that time. How you feel swimming? I was like difficult. He's like, Why you feel difficult? Because I don't know. It's like the same. It's easy for those who knows the swimming. It is difficult for those who don't know the swimming. It is
Yeah.
as similar as that. Like this is the road of coming from difficult to easy. This road is called practice, and only practice can help you here. So
Totally agree.
slowly but surely I discovered this passion about connecting with people with opportunities.
Okay. So during your initial days, uh, like you, like same, I have been interviewing many other people. Many people go through the similar phase. सबको ये लगता है कि they also question themselves कि यार, is this the right decision I have made about
Hmm.
recruitment? How do you feel now after spending for almost 6 years in recruitment
Yeah.
industry? कैसा
So
लगता है आपको?
after certain period of time, I realized that recruitment is not just about filling the question. It is all about building the relationship and helping the people in their career. I also realized that recruitment is not just about algorithm. It is all about the people, their stories, their aspiration, their fear for interview, and as soon as this thing clicked, I was like, yeah, this is my job. This is what I wanted to be.
Great. And उस पहले consulting में how long you worked there?
I almost worked there for 2 years over there in that consulting firm. But again, the turn in the life was not stopped at that time. Everything was settled over there in Pune, and my husband, both of us are working really nicely, amazing. Then one day, my husband got one good opportunity in Gujarat, in Vadodara only. So he's like, "Ki, I'm getting this opportunity." It was amazing. I was like, yeah, we can shift to Gujarat. It is any which ways we wanted to be there someday. I started exploring in Vadodara, and I also got some good opportunity. After some period of time, we come back, we settled here as well. And I gave birth to my cute little girl, and I found I need to take a break. I need to I decided to take a break of not just 6 months, which is maternity leave, but I wanted to take a break of longer period of time so that I can give some time to my daughter. And
Okay.
no one was there to take care of her, so it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
my decision. I mean, I need to take this. So what I found is during these 3 years, these 3 years filled with both joy and challenges. Like I tried kept myself updating. Occasionally, I was visiting the webinars, seminars as well. I was meeting my colleagues. So, what does it mean? Like after taking this, it was my second career break. So after taking this again and again the career break, what I found is that it is never too late to rejoin your career. It's
That's true. That's true.
not that bad that you're challenging your decision. It is all about yourself. It is all about your decision, your passion about your work.
Yes, totally agree. And how old is your daughter now?
She is now 8 years old.
Sorry?
She's 8 years old.
8 years old. Great. The reason why I ask this question is because many people struggle between like taking that break. They should take those break or not, right? Even we have like 1.6-year-old kid with us, right? So my wife, she need to go to office regularly, and I was working
Nice.
remotely, right? So
Okay.
because of that, she was not getting much time with our kid, right? And because
Yeah.
of that वो गिल्ट फीलिंग होता है ना अंदर से कि मैं अपने बच्चे के साथ टाइम
Hmm.
so she was having those guilt feeling, and because of that she
Hmm.
took a break as well. And
Yeah.
definitely every like partner should support uh, his or
Hmm.
her spouse
Yeah.
decision as well,
It's
right?
all about balancing. Yeah, yeah, totally
Balancing.
agree. Yeah, yeah, totally agree with you, Prafula. And I would say it's not about just graduation. Once I started, working in recruitment field, and once I rejoined after my second career break, my husband only suggested me to complete the MBA. And during the job, I have completed my MBA last to
Awesome.
last year only in human resource. And not just my husband, but my kid also supported a lot. She's like, now it's time for reading, mom. You should start. So this is something which is, really amazing. When you're having a supportive family, you're able to balance
Yes,
your life, you're able to balance your study, you're able to balance your professional career as well.
that's true. That's true. So how was your journey, like MBA journey? Kaisa raha? Like what you learned?
Again, a roller coaster ride, I would say. It was for 2 years. It was distance learning. I need to give the exams only. But whenever the exams was on my head, I feel I'm getting some very important, very quick question that I need to fill quickly. Whenever I had to give exam, I'm getting such work, some big project. So I'm able to remember one scene that I would like to share with you.
Sure.
At that time, the exams were there. It was final exams for, I guess, third semester. I had to fill, as I told you, I'm working in senior leadership. I had to fill three delivery managers roles in very short a period of time. So I was like, I don't know what to do. I need to work in late evening, or should I start reading the book? And you won't believe, I was just sleeping 4 hours in a day at that time. I had tried balancing both the things. I have scheduled my things, like just like you're getting the
Calendar,
lectures.
timetable.
Yeah, yeah. So I have scheduled the things. This time I need to work. This time I need to read. And you won't believe, as I have filled this all these three positions in 30 days with one immediate joiner.
Good,
So
good to know.
it was amazing. I mean, sometimes you just love this, like you're getting the things. It was hard for you, but it's never, impossible.
Yes, yes, yes. Agree. Great. So after your MBA, like which organization you joined and what does this organization does?
Yeah, so not after MBA, but during my MBA only, I'm working with Civica only, and it was Civica is UK-based IT MNC, as I said. Headquarters are in London, UK. It is a product-based IT MNC, and it is recently acquired by Blackstone. We are having our exploring US market as well now.
Okay. And like how long you have been working with this organization?
It is going to be more than 2.5 years.
Okay, okay. And what kind of role you hired? Like is it technical, non-technical? What the
It's a
company is
mixture.
into you mentioned? Okay, okay, okay. Great, great, great.
Yeah, so it's
Great.
a mixture, Prafula, like working on managerial part, working on technical part as well, working on non-technical roles as well. So it's a mixture, but mostly we are working on senior leadership hiring, like from delivery managers, portfolio managers, had related profiles.
Okay. And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because I stayed in Bangalore, right? And throughout my career in Bangalore, it's been almost like 11, 12 years now, right? So mostly I have worked with IT companies only, right? Again, like we use Naukri, we use LinkedIn, we use different platforms. So since you are working in Ahmedabad, in Vadodara, right? Do you use the same platform or do you use some other tools as well?
No, we are using the same platforms only. Like nowadays social recruiting is viral. So yeah,
Yeah,
LinkedIn is one of the best source for that. So yeah, Naukri, LinkedIn, these are the sources that we are utilizing currently, and also referrals are the best source.
yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Referral are the best source. And in since you have mentioned, right, uh, like here we struggle in Bangalore, there is lots and lots of competition as well, right? Because candidate have multiple different offers, right? And uske वजह से
Mm.
some candidate join, some candidate decline our offer and go to some other organization as well. What
Yeah.
kind of challenges you face there?
Yeah. See, offer shopping is the challenge everywhere.
Okay,
Every talent acquisition partner faces such challenges. So it is something like you cannot avoid. But if I'm talking about the recruitment all depends on three pillars specifically. First one is recruiter. Recruiter is someone who is going to find the right fit right fit doesn't mean ki it is just a technical skills. The person who is having on which you're having a good confidence that they are going to join as well till the joining date. Yeah, building the relationship with candidate as well as stakeholders, your clients. You need to stay updated. These are the recruiters, right recruiters, I would say. The second pillar is employer. Employer is someone who is, going to attract the talent, who is going to get this structured interview process and smooth onboarding as well. And the third one, I would say, candidates. So candidate who come with prepared during the interview, and someone who is having a very good personal branding skills, I would say. Personal branding means, I would say, someone who is going to sell themselves. Like, see, recruitment is all about selling yourself, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
how
yes.
you're going to pitch yourself during the conversation in the interview. So yeah, these are
Okay.
the three pillars, I would say, very important for uh, recruitment.
Okay. So as a recruiter, जब आप hire करते हो, when you are hiring, so what's important for you, right? So क्या क्या देखते हो in a candidate? Definitely skills is so important, but
Yeah.
apart from skills, what else you look for in a candidate?
Yeah. So apart from skills, I would say the whenever I start the conversation with hiring the right fit, right talent, I always start with the I never start with the technical part. I would say first I would like
Okay.
to go with why you want to join, why you want to leave your current one, what is the reason behind it. These are the very common questions, but these are sometimes very important as well.
Yes.
The person with 90% fit who is going to join is far more better than the person who is 100% fit but not going to join, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the skills are important, but their commitment towards the organization, their interest for the organization matters a lot.
Totally agree. And overall, like, can you also share some of the toughest challenges a recruiter have to face? Because
Yeah.
everyone thinks that recruiter का life तो बहुत अच्छा नहीं feel करना होता है क्या ही है, right? So what kind of challenges a recruiter have to face if you can share your experience?
Yes. So I would say recruitment, not only recruitment, but any of the job has their own tough challenges as well.
Agree.
So let me share one example. When I started recruitment, I don't even know the meaning of BA.
Okay.
I started working with one of the consultancy, and that lady, the boss, came to me and asked me like, give me some, find out some BAs for me. I literally filtered in education for Bachelor of Arts, and it was so funny, so embarrassing for me at that time. But yeah, that time I was so embarrassed at that time. Again, she asked me for some, filling one urgent requirement. I have I got one shortlisted, one candidate, and he was immediate joiners. I was so excited. I went to the room and asked her, okay, I got the shortlisting. Here we are having the hire. She asked me some cross questions, and I was quite at that time. I was not able to answer the those questions. So frankly, that day was very bad day for me, but that was learning for me as well. So that is the reason why I told you, Prafula, whenever I start questioning the candidate, it is not skill, it is all about your commitment. It is all about candidates interest, why they want to join, or this is just a offer shop, or they are just taking the experience for giving the interviews.
I totally agree. Like, understanding the candidate's need is very important, right? कि क्यों देख रहा है जॉब, क्यों
Hmm.
चेंज करना चाहता है, क्या मोटिवेशन फैक्टर है, राइट? क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों का मोटिवेशन फैक्टर इज जस्ट अबाउट मनी. दे वांटेड टू गेट अ रेज
Yeah.
by switching their company. Many people wanted to learn new technologies. Many people
Hmm.
want to have different brand value or brand
Yes.
name, or some people might not be happy with the current culture of the company, right? So they
Yes,
are looking for
100%.
some good culture. So these are some of the most common reason why
Yes.
people look out for change, what we have found, right? Great. So let's say you are a recruiter with a 6 years of experience, and you need to hire a recruiter for your team. So what are the things you will look for a fresher? क्या देखोगे आप उन पे? कोई मतलब
Okay.
एमबीए फ्रेशर है, तो
Hmm.
उनसे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछोगे आप?
Okay. So the very first question that I would ask to the candidate would be, what do you know about the organization? Because you're going to apply for one of the company, you must know what the company does. Recruitment, everyone knows what does it mean, right? It is sourcing the candidate, filling the position, but your interest should not be just recruitment because you have done MBA, right? It should be always about the company also, like how long you're going to stay here. We are not going to hire any people who is going to stay with the organization just for a few months and they leave. So about the company, um, and little bit technical, and very important, what they do beyond the recruitment, because recruitment is all about connecting the people, right? If you're not uh, multi-purpose personality, you're not going to make the connect, you're not going to have more networking. So networking is something I would say very important. And I would also say I'm taking a lot of interest in participating in cultural activities in organization. I'm a part of sports committee in my organization. So many. I don't need a hardcore technical guy, but I want someone who is coming with a lot many things.
Okay, okay, good to know, good to know. And you emphasize about like networking, right? So let's say I'm new to industry, right? So what advice you will give me कि आप networking कैसे कर सकते हो? क्या tips दोगे? What kind of tips you will give to a fresher? कि what are the things you should do to build your network? Because
Yeah.
definitely I agree कि networking is very very important these days. But many people they understand the networking, but what exactly in networking they don't
Okay.
understand. So can
Yes.
you share your experience and with some example?
Now, many people take the networking is only social media networking, but that's not true. Social media networking is also one of the best part for recruitment. So you can create your LinkedIn profile, you can start connecting with your following followers, or you can say you can the interested area in which you are having interested your influence people. You can start connecting with them. You can like, comment on that content. You can reshare that content. This is about social media networking. But what else? I would say taking a participate in different cultural events in the organization or in the committees that you are connected. Social relationship, like nowadays you can see I'm recruiter is also a very good community, right? So you can start connecting with those peoples online, offline, wherever you're getting the chance. You can attend the events, offline events as well, I would say, which is going to which is going to happen in your interested area. So these are the few examples. According to me, what I do is I give some free coaching to needy people, someone who are fresher, who is not going to invest in building the resume or making their career guidance. Uh, Apart from that, I'm visiting some government faculties as well. Government have started some institutes, for example, NSTA, which is just for women. So I visit such institutes for physical session, guide those people who are not able to spend money specifically for career guidance, and they need such volunteers for their careers.
Great, 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 awesome. So definitely really appreciate कि आप काफी कुछ अपने करियर के अलावा भी you are also focusing on helping other people, which is definitely needed, right? Many people don't know many things, but as a recruiter, some or the other we can help people by guiding them, by asking them or telling them how they can prepare their resume, how to write, create their profile in LinkedIn as well, right? Because
Yeah.
these are few other platforms which will help them find jobs as well. Great. So after your MBA, like you were working, then how did this company happen? Like why did you leave your previous organization?
Sorry, can you please repeat it?
Yeah, why did you left your previous organization and join this company?
Yeah, so Civica is, one of the best organizations in Vadodara location. Wanted to, work with the company who is having a very good balance in between your, work-life balance. I would say, your personal life, your professional life. You're going to manage that. Apart from work culture, a very good opportunity to work with global stakeholders. It's a global organization, so working with UK, Australia, Singapore stakeholder is also amazing. Getting that feel, that culture is awesome.
Great, great, great. Got to know. Great. It's definitely interesting to know, Frena. So, okay, we have talked about your career. We have talked about कि आप कहाँ से belong करते हो. Let's know little bit more about Frena. कि what Frena loves to do when she is not working. क्या करते हो? क्या likes है? क्या dislikes है?
Yes. So, okay. Beyond recruiting, as I said, I like doing, I like helping the people, which what I feel is like knowledge grows by sharing, right? As I told you, I'm
Yes,
giving some
yes.
sessions for needy people. Recently, I have participated in Civica Foundation's Global Days of Difference initiative. Let me explain what is Days of Difference. Days of Difference is the initiative which includes charity, community, volunteering, or you can say social value for your whatever you do for your society apart from your work. Okay, and I have visited the National Skill Institute, which is run by Government of India. I have guided 100 plus students over there, and it was a physical session. Apart from that, I like giving some webinars, um, uh, which is which is free of cost. Of course, I don't charge anything, but this is something which I always like to help those students, those people who got the layoff during the corona or who are currently getting the layoff.
Great, great. Definitely, really impressive. Uh, so, Frenab, just to let you know, right, the reason why we also started I am Recruiter community is very much similar, right? Uh, after the COVID, right, lots of people got good offers, but after the offers, there were a situation where many companies were laying off. And
Yeah.
at the time, the first people or the first function to get impacted is the talent acquisition. बहुत सारे
Yes.
talent acquisition के लोगों को lay off किया गया है, and because of that, many people have reached out to me as well to by asking for help and to refer in some or the other companies. Sometime I was able to do that, but sometime I
Hmm.
was not able to help them. तब मुझे वो
Yeah.
लगा कि यार so that we can help these people, right? So
Amazing.
In I am recruiter, we are trying to connect the dot by bringing all the recruiters in one platform, because many recruiters will be hiring some or the other time, right? So many recruiters will be looking out for jobs as well. So by bringing together everyone, we are trying to help the society or the TF fraternity, I would say. Great.
Amazing initiative, Praful. I would say it's really amazing. I was not even aware about this. How does it started? Right.
Uh, yeah. Even like one good thing what I felt was we TA people are very much about people, how we can help someone, right? Definitely
Yeah.
that sense of purpose is very helpful, I would say. Or what else you love to do, Prerna? And
Okay.
how do you see
Apart
yourself
from
grow in your career as well? But yeah, please go ahead, sorry.
yes. Yeah.
आप कुछ बता रहे थे.
Yeah. So it is all about having a fun, meeting the friends, hanging out with them, hanging out with family, spending vacation with family, and making some reels with friends on Instagram.
Okay, okay, good to know. So do you
Okay.
make reels quite often?
Not often, but yeah, it is all about, mood.
Okay, okay, with friends. And you also mentioned about like कि आप स्टूडेंट लोगों को कुछ कोचिंग वगैरह भी करते हो,
Hmm.
मेंटर भी करते हो,
Yes.
गाइड भी करते हो, तो
Hmm.
व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू डू कि क्या करते हो वहाँ पे?
Um, yes, so I generally post such things whenever I'm having less work. I post such thing on LinkedIn that I'm able to give the time slot for this one-on-one session. So if interested, you can take this slot. Generally, I do in late evenings or in weekends so that I can give the proper time apart from working hours so that they can also understand what they need to do, how they are going to make the resume. And this session will always talk about resume building, their career path. If they are going to change their career, they are going to change their skills. Like what I did, how they need to grow, where they need to pitch, how they are going to connect the recruiters. Because being recruiter, we all know, right? I mean, getting the so many pings on LinkedIn is really irritating. So I
Yeah.
asked them to follow the process that you need to apply on the link. The assigned person will definitely connect with you.
Okay, okay, okay. Great, great, great. So I have a very another question about your career break, right? After your career break, the reason why I'm asking you this question is many people find it really difficult to find jobs as well after the
Hmm.
career break. And mainly, if you see, many companies are also starting creating those kind of program, women returning program, back to work,
Yes. Hmm.
right? So maternity is definitely uh, is something we plan for our family and all, but again, like after maternity it's very difficult, or let's say any other career break also, it's very difficult to get jobs as well, because
Hmm.
organization feel that काफी सारे गैप हो गया, skills
Yeah.
upgrade करना पड़ेगा. So what kind of
Hmm.
difficulties you have faced when you were in a career break, and कैसे आप
Yeah.
उसको overcome किए?
So after this, 3 years of latest career break, I was like, I need to start somewhere. I started attending some, events, which was online webinars, something which is related to recruitment, talent acquisition specifically. I started connecting with the person who are my ex colleagues. I taking the guidance. I started with again a small recruitment firm again, and slowly and gradually I shifted to corporate or in-house recruitment.
Okay, 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 great. Definitely, networking is important. Plus, connecting with different people through this event and seminars and all is also important. क्योंकि like s- to our audience, right? Similar like Frena, there are many people who are in career break. If you want to uh, start your career back again, definitely you have to search for different webinars, search for different networking events which is similar to your profile. If you are a recruiter, then definitely there will be thousands of events happening. So आप सर्च करो कि आपको क्या इंटरेस्ट है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग you can start meeting people in those networks as well. And like Frena have done, you can also connect back with your old colleagues and
Yeah.
start connecting with them. Definitely you will get some or the other contacts from there. And third thing what Frena have done was like she have started with a consulting firm. So many people think that going to a consulting firm is very difficult for him or her. So but definitely you shouldn't think कि everyone start from a small journey, right? Even in the education, when we start from class 1, class 2 or nursery से start करते हैं, where we don't know anything. Similarly in qualification or in career also it's start the same way, right? Even after your career break, don't think that you have been in the different position. आप छोटे से कैसे start करें? Go with small, right? Go with internship. उसमें क्या खराब? So there are many people who got layoff, right? Even in recruiters. But बोलते रहते हैं कि यार मुझे जॉब नहीं मिल रहा. I'm not getting. There are thousands of companies which are hiring recruiters. There are thousands of consulting which are hiring recruiters, why can't we start from consulting, है ना? At least we are getting some knowledge कि from the market, we are getting some exposure, we are getting at least some money flow. अगर आप घर में बैठोगे तो नहीं हो पाएगा, है ना? So
Yes,
what do you think?
yes, yes. Yeah, so I totally agree with you, Prafula. Like you have to start from zero, and there is no harm in starting from zero because you need to upskill yourself, you need to upskill your gap, you need to upskill your skill. So actually, there are many things which is going to change. It is not just IT sector which is going to upgrading, right? Recruitment is also getting upgraded. Like I don't know if you remember when I started when we were started our career. I started in 2015, and at that time we were not having any ATS, we were not having any AI tool, right? We were just
Yes,
working
yes,
on
yes.
Naukri. We are just putting that boolean
Yeah,
search and calling the candidates just like a typical recruiter. Nowadays everything is there, like you're getting the filtering out from the ATS itself. So
yes, yes, yes.
many of our work is less, but many things are like you have to be
Have to
updated
upscale.
with the system, with the
Yes,
you know
yes.
whatever the things, the market, I would say. You need to be updated with market trend.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Frena, one thing, what also I wanted to understand from your point of view, जब अपने करियर ब्रेक के बाद यू स्टार्टेड विद कंसल्टिंग,
Hmm.
आपको वो उस टाइम ईगो पे नहीं लगा कि यार मैं कैसे करूं, मैं तो दूसरा अच्छे कंपनी में काम कर रहा था, कैसे छोटे कंपनी से स्टार्ट करूं, वैसा फील नहीं हुआ आपको?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं प्रफुल्ला, because sitting at home was worst for me rather than working somewhere. So you won't believe, when I came back to Berlin to India. At that time, I worked for free for 1 month. I didn't take the salary for that 1 month. They're just going to train me, and they are just going to see like what potential I'm having, and based on that only they have recruited. So yeah, but again then I started the career. Come on, yeah, it is not free. I'm not working free. It is much more better than that. So yes, it was not at all bad for me.
यस, यस। द रीज़न व्हाई आई आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन इज़ ताकि वो लोगों का थॉट प्रोसेस में मैं डाल सकूँ कि यार इट्स नॉट बैड टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल कंसल्टिंग और समवेयर, राइट? एट लीस्ट यू आर स्टार्टिंग समवेयर। एंड लोग बोलते हैं कि अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है यार, देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज टू फाइंड अपॉर्चुनिटी, जस्ट
Of
गो फॉर
course,
इट। एंड
you need to.
पीपल, सम पीपल जस्ट कीप ऑन क्राइंग इंस्टेड ऑफ फोकसिंग कि क्या करना है। यू हैव, इट्स योर लाइफ, यू हैव टू फोकस कि आपको क्या करना है ना?
Yes, yes,
Great.
totally agree, Prafula. Totally 100% agree. Yeah.
My next question for you, Frena, how do you see your career ahead? Like, do you see your career in recruitment itself, or do you aspire to become an entrepreneur, or do you have the feeling कि कभी ना कभी मैं अपना कुछ करूंगी, कि आपको रिक्रूटमेंट पे ही ग्रो करना है?
No, actually, till date, I don't have any things in my mind that I'm going to be entrepreneur. But what I wanted to be is someone who is going to upgrade herself in the recruitment itself, in the talent acquisition, but someone who is not going to work just limited to India, someone who is going to work globally, someone who is having that confidence, which is not just limited to calling the candidates and hiring them and onboarding them, but the person who is going to strategize the recruitment, someone who is going to work on the different strategies so that we can make the work less for recruiters. Some policies, someone who is going to make such policies, someone who is going to create the process in which your work is less rather than currently whatever you're doing.
Yeah, yep, yep. So, life is not easy as well, right? We have to keep on constantly find different candidates, hire different roles and all. How do you motivate yourself?
Okay, so
बहुत टाइम
motivating
होता है कि
myself
बहुत टाइम होता है कि हम लोग डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं कभी ना कभी।
after so many days, and I'm I'm getting irritated that why I'm not able to do that. I'm not a person who is going to stick with one role for a longer period of time. So what I do, I just sit back, take myself, take some time and think about the zero. Like I have seen, you have, yeah, I told you, right, my career journey, it always starts from zero. Whenever I was at peak, again it came back and starts from zero. So yeah, I go with the same flow. I sit back, I start with zero, what all we need, what all are needed, connecting with the stakeholders, having a discussion with them, like what all the things which are missing, having a conversation, finding the candidate, putting the search again, and that's all. I think the only thing is the focus. That is what I would suggest. If it is
Yes,
little
yes,
bit,
yes,
if you're having little lack of your focus, might be possible you're not able to find, not
yes.
getting
Totally
the
agree.
result.
Yeah, and many of time, like if we don't have that focus, it's always good to spend some time with yourself. कि आपको खुद के
Yes.
लिए कुछ टाइम निकल के बैठना चाहिए, सोचना चाहिए कि क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ, why it's happening, what best we can do, and all those things, right? So really
Yes,
agree.
yes.
Great. It's definitely interesting knowing you and about your life as well, Frena. So what are the different hobbies you have when you are not working?
Okay, so when I'm not working, like creating my personal brands on social
Okay,
media platforms. So,
okay,
uh, if I'm talking a little bit about professionally, if I'm talking about LinkedIn, I like making my own brand. I'm talking about different parameters, which is not just related to recruitment, but it is also related to candidate perspectives, other persons as well. So I explain them what the personal brand is. I inspire the other people as well what the your personal brand is. I I can say this is something which is always showcasing your talent in front of others, which is very much important nowadays. Because let's take one example. When guests visit the your home, your house, what parents do? They have, we have seen our parents are taking the out the best tea sets or best dinner set just to impress them, right? Just to have a very good impression on them. So I think this impression is something that we are going to see from our childhood, and this is always about strive to showcase your best. So this is the message also I'm going to pass on through our social media connects.
okay. So why do you think it's important these days? Because, for example, the example which you gave, even our parents, when a guest arrive at our house, we try to showcase them lots of good things like the tea sets, dinner set, which you mentioned, right? So why it's important uh, to build a personal brand now? Why it was not important earlier? नहीं था.
Okay, so nowadays you can see everyone is, focusing more on social media recruitment, social media recruiting, and because of that, if you're having a very good social presence, there are high chances of getting hired. And according to me, your brand is not about what you say. Your brand is always about what people say about you, right? So this is something that you need to keep the thing in others mind, that you are this, you are having this picture. It is not about what you are thinking about yourself. It is all about what people will think, where you um, force the people to think about yourself, that this is Prafula, this is what the Prafula is.
Sure, sure. Great example. Totally agree. So even I have heard lots and lots of things about personal brand, and even whenever time permit, even I do the same thing as well. I try to go in LinkedIn. I try to write some of the articles and all. So a couple of months back, I have also written an article, not article, just some thought process came based on my experience, right? So I was working with one of the organization, and one of the leader uh, told ki like don't send Prafulla to some of the campus or something like that because uska communication garbar hai. When I heard, I felt so demotivated. I felt so bad. तब उस टाइम पे तो मैंने कुछ नहीं, उस टाइम पे मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि यार कम्युनिकेशन क्या है, right?
Yes.
So definitely communication is just about communicating what you feel. It's not about कि आप कैसे pronounce कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो. But the article which I have written was, I have written that कि I belong to a place called Assam. In Assam also it's from some small टाउन भी नहीं था वो, छोटा सा एक प्लेस से, where English is my fourth language. Still, I am able to talk and I am able to communicate. But many people doesn't realize that, and they just pinpoint you कि आपका communication अच्छा नहीं है. I'm able to talk to you. That's English, and I'm able to communicate my feeling to you. That's English. That communication, right? And so
So
I
totally
just carried
agree.
away.
Yes, yes. Yeah, totally agree with you, Prafula. Communication is not about language. It is all about getting the things done, or it is all about communicating your message to others. So totally
Others.
agree with you. Yes, yes, 100%.
Great, 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 Frena. I think we are almost on a time. So, with interest of time, do you have any last message for our audience?
Yeah.
Kuch last
Just
message?
few
Yeah.
tips. Few tips
Yes.
I would like to share for recruiters. Actually, if you are now, recruiter and just starting out, I'm going to welcome you to the exciting journey of recruitment. And the points, just 4 points I would like to, tell here. Where the very first thing that comes is the understanding the basics, which is very much important. The second thing comes, which is building a strong relationship. As I said, networking is much more important for recruiters. Third thing is develop a strong network, attend the event, leverage the social media presence, join the communities, right? And the fourth one is embrace the technology, learn the new technology. Yeah, that's all.
Sure, sure, sure. Great. Thank you so much, Frenam. Really nice tips for our aspiring recruiters or people who want to become a recruiter, the freshers and all. So that those tips are really helpful. So networking is definitely very, very important. But along with networking, technology is also important. You should learn both the things. Great. So with this, I would love to thank you a lot for your time and really appreciate. And it was lovely talking to you, Prerna. And looking forward for more interesting discussions in future. And
Of
thank you
course.
for supporting I'm Recruiter community.
Thank you so much, Profula. I'm so happy that you have given me this chance for this amazing podcast. And I'm so happy to be a part of I Am Recruiter community as well.
Thank you.